Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to talk about all of the fragrances that I wore last week. So I've got quite a few here. I'm gonna jump right in. I'm gonna start with a sample that I tested. I am slowly but surely working my way through a lot of the samples that especially my friend Susan sent over to me. This is a sample from Atelier des Essences, which is, I think it's like an Italian perfume website. But anyways, this is a fragrance from a house called Perroy, Perroy, and the fragrance is called Gold Fawn. This says it's got sandalwood, vanilla, and cedarwood in it. This was super, super masculine on me. I was not expecting it to be as masculine as it was on me. This straight up smelled like a really beautiful men's cologne. I would love to smell this on a man. I did not like how it smelled on me because for whatever reason, my skin chemistry just made it go super, super masculine. And it does definitely smell masculine in the bottle. It definitely has it almost smells like it's got something aquatic in the top. I'll have all the notes on the screen for you. I don't know what it is, but it smells almost kind of aquatic in the top, which is what really makes it smell very masculine. The vanilla is not a super sweet vanilla. And then you get a lot of woods in the base and a lot of the sandalwood. And the sandalwood is it's like a very masculine sandalwood. It's a beautiful sandalwood, don't get me wrong. It's not like an overly synthetic, generic smelling sandalwood. It's like a really, really beautiful, expensive smelling sandalwood, but overall it just smells very, very masculine. Again, this would be beautiful on a man. It just was not beautiful on me. So anyways, that is a fragrance from Perroy, and that is called Gold Fawn. Okay, next I pulled out a couple of my Burberry fragrances. The first one that I wore is Burberry Brit Rhythm. I love this scent. This is the most beautiful, it's kind of like a punchy lavender fragrance. It's one of those fragrances that as soon as you smell it, it's just like, bam. It's a very strong lavender, but it's got this beautiful kind of clean powderiness to it. It's a little bit sweet, like the tiniest bit sweet, but it's more of like a clean sweet. It kind of gives me the tiniest touch of a baby powder. And every time I smell this fragrance, it reminds me of babies. It smells like babies, like diapers and baby creams and baby lotions and baby bathing products. It's like if you took all of those things and bottled the smell of all of them, that's what you would get with this. And I love that about this. This is the most beautiful, comforting new mom smell ever. I just love it. It's beautiful. It lasts absolutely forever on. I smelled like this for 24 hours. This is one of those fragrances and I have that happens with a lot of my Burberry fragrances. Once I spray them on, that's it. There's no testing anything else that day. This lasted absolutely forever. Sadly, this has been discontinued. I don't know why. It's such a stunning fragrance, and I don't know why they discontinue all of the good ones, but yeah, it's a beauty. In fact, I need to go on the hunt for a bottle of Burberry Body because I think somebody told me that Burberry Body has been discontinued, and that makes me super sad because I love Burberry Body. I don't know why I don't have a bottle. I think I had a bottle in my collection at one point and I decluttered it like a dummy. Anyways, that is Burberry Brit Rhythm. And then the other Burberry fragrance that I wore is this one here. This is Burberry Weekend. This is the reformulated version, which I really prefer over the original formulation. The original formulation is almost nauseating for me. There's something about it. It's almost like too rich smelling. It's like too much of a rich floral. And this is a very, very strong fragrance. This is one of those fragrances that you really only need like one spray. Even the reformulated version, which is watered down compared to what the original one was. But even this reformulated version, it's like such a strong, syrupy, rich smelling floral that really you just need like one spray, or you just need to spray it in the air and walk through it, because you'll still smell this for like 24 hours. I think I put on maybe like 3 sprays of it, which, because I'm an oversprayer, which was plenty. And I smelled like this for 24 hours. This is not one that's like gonna wash off. This is one that I do definitely recommend testing first, because I don't think this is gonna be for everyone. Yeah, it's a very strong syrupy floral. I love it though. It's a stunning fragrance. This is like spring, summer in a bottle to me. This is like a perfect floral for me. I love this. And again, I do prefer the reformulated version over the original formulation. I did have a bottle of the original formulation, which I ended up decluttering because I just could not wear it. And then somebody sent me the reformulated version, which is just perfect for me. So anyways, that is Burberry Weekend. And then a very similar fragrance to that, I wore Gucci Flora. You guys can see, I was like on a floral kick at the beginning of the week. I was just really, really craving florals. I love Gucci Flora. I hate that they discontinued this. This is the reformulated version. I really need to keep my eye out for a backup bottle of this. I would love to be able to find a bottle of the original formulation, the one that has the black label on the front. I love this. This is another just kind of sweet, syrupy floral. Again, not super unlike Burberry Weekend. This one's just a little bit, it's a little bit less syrupy, and it's a little bit less floral than Burberry Weekend. This one is more wearable than Burberry Weekend. This has a really beautiful cleanliness to it. It's like a clean, sweet, syrupy, warm floral. This used to perform terribly on me, but not anymore. I don't know if it's just because this is an old bottle and it's aged quite a bit and it just performs better, or maybe with my skin chemistry change now it just performs better on me. I don't know, but I had really good luck with this. I smelled like this until I washed it off. It was just one of those fragrances that like I was not able to test anything else this day. I just smelled like it forever. And yeah, I kind of hoard this. Like I use it, don't get me wrong, I use it quite a bit. And when I spray it, I go hard with this, like 6 to 8 sprays. So I'm not like super rationing it, but it's one that at some point I will start to ration it because I love it. And I hate that you can't get it anymore. And none of the Floras that are on the market, I haven't found one yet that I like enough that it could replace just the original Flora. This is probably like the best performing Gucci that I think I've ever tried. Usually Gucci fragrances are just terrible on me, but that's the thing. The last time I wore Gucci Guilty, it performed really well on me too. So I don't know, maybe my skin chemistry change has like helped Gucci fragrances not perform bad on me anymore. I don't know. Anyways, that is Gucci Flora. This is the Eau de Parfum. This is the reformulated version, but I love it so much. Okay, and then we had like a day earlier in the week that it was like really cold. So I took that opportunity to pull out my Guerlain Mon Exclusif because I hadn't worn it this year yet. And I try to get at least one wear a year in. I love this scent. This is like Mon Guerlain, but this has got a butter CO2 note in it. So there's a really beautiful, like smooth, buttery sweetness to it. This also has a salt note in it, which usually I don't love salt in perfume, but there's something about it in this one that it just works. So this is like Mon Guerlain, but this is like a buttery, syrupy, heavier version of it. I love this scent. I've got a huge dent in it, which makes me so sad. I've still got plenty left. It will take me like the rest of my life to work through this bottle, but yeah, I bought this from Fragrance Net years and years ago, back when they, I guess, still had it, but yeah, I do love it. It's such a yummy, like, kind of slightly gourmand take on Mon Guerlain. It's less, yeah, it's definitely lighter on the lavender. There is still quite a bit of lavender in this, and I do believe it's got like jasmine sambac in it as well. But it's like heavier and more syrupy than Mon Guerlain, but it's lighter on the lavender. I've heard that the Mon Guerlain Intense is very similar to this. I need to try and find a carded sample of Mon Guerlain Intense so that I can compare it to this, because I've heard that it's actually really similar. So anyways, that is Guerlain Mon Exclusif. Okay, next I wore a couple of my Dua fragrances. There was one day that I was like just craving this. In fact, as soon as I woke up that morning, I was thinking that I wanted to wear my Dua Creamy Blend of Walnuts fragrance. I don't know what it is about this perfume. I love this. I can't really figure out what this smells like either. And for the longest time, I didn't think it even smelled like walnuts at all, but it definitely does. It does smell like walnuts, but it's so sweet and syrupy and sugary. It just smells like something delicious to eat. But I can't really put my finger on what it smells like. I have another, it's an Imaginary Authors fragrance. It's called Yesterday Haze, and it also has a walnut note in it, and it's also a pretty sweet fragrance. And the walnut in this is the same as the walnut in that fragrance. And yeah, this one is very difficult to describe, but I love this. It's sweet, it sits on my skin beautifully. I wouldn't say this is like a monster or anything. I can get like, I don't know, 6-7 hours out of this before I would need to reapply it, or I can apply something else. In fact, I think the day that I wore this is the day that I tested the masculine carded sample that I tested. I think it was later on that day. So this, it lasts a good long time, but it's not like, it's not a monster or anything. My bottle is, I've probably had this maybe 6 months or so, so it probably still has some more aging to do. This one will probably deepen up quite a bit. I love this though. This is one of my favorite Dua fragrances that I've gotten like in the past year. I absolutely adore this one. So anyways, that is Creamy Blend of Walnuts. And then the next one I wore is this one here called Vanille de Madagascar. This is a dupe of SS Farmacia. SS Farmacia, I always forget. Vanilla del Madagascar. I love this scent. This is a dupe of the, I think the original formulation. I love this. This also, I've had this for, I think I got this at the same time I got the Creamy Blend of Walnuts, so maybe like 6 months. This one will get deeper. This one is still, it's kind of light. It's not like, it doesn't perform terribly, but I did put this over some lotion, the EOS Vanilla Cashmere Lotion. And I smelled like this all day. I think because I put it over lotion, I smelled like this all day. In fact, for some reason, Charlotte hated the way this smelled, and she told me I smelled disgusting that day. And I'm like, really? It's just vanilla. Like, who doesn't like vanilla? But she did not like it. And I don't know why. I love this because this is, I wouldn't say this is a gourmand vanilla. This is kind of it's a perfumey vanilla, kind of leaning into gourmand territory. This one isn't super edible. I love this. It smells kind of like a vanilla candle. I really, really love it. But yeah, it was beautiful layered over the Vanilla Cashmere Lotion. I love this. This is one of my favorite vanilla scents of all time. My friend Susan sent me, she's got a bottle of the real one. And she sent me a couple of decants of it at this point. And I love it. It's just a beautiful vanilla. So anyways, that is Vanille de Madagascar from Dua. And then last but not least, boy, do I have good news with this one too. I pulled this out. This is my Fresh Brown Sugar scent. Oh my gosh, this is the fragrance that I'm wearing today, and I love this. But when I sprayed this on today, I immediately was like, that smells identical to something that I've got in my collection. Like, what do you smell like? You smell exactly like something that I have. And I realized that this smells identical to my Armaf Tag Her perfume oil that I have. That's what this smells like. So I have got to get my hands on a bottle of the spray version of Tag Her because if it smells like the oil, then it's a complete dupe of this fragrance, which I love because I don't think you can get this fragrance anymore. This is a bottle of the original formulation. I've had this for years and years. I love this scent. I kind of hoard it because this one is not easy to find, but I need to get a bottle of Tag Her because if it smells like the oil, then it smells identical to this, because after I sprayed this on and it dried down, like after maybe a minute and I smelled myself, it smells exactly like Tag Her, which I love, because if I had that, now I don't feel like I need to hoard this. I love this though. I just love the fresh fragrances. I love this bottle. I just love everything about this. This smells so delicious. It smells like perfumey / gourmand lemon fragrance. It really does smell like, you just squeezed like 5 lemons into a bowl and then added a cup of brown sugar and like whipped it up. That's what this smells like. Maybe put in a little bit of vanilla. That's what this smells like. It is stunning. I love this because it's a fresh fragrance, but it's also like warm and kind of slightly gourmand smelling. It's sweet. And I love it because it smells more sophisticated than like a lot of other gourmands. You're definitely not going to walk around smelling like a cupcake. The lemon in this is so beautiful. This is such a monster of a fragrance too, for being a citrus forward fragrance, for being a lemon fragrance. This lasts all day on me. I will smell like this probably until I wash it off tomorrow, but this is one of those fragrances that like I don't even have to worry about reapplying it because I will smell like this all day. It's super inoffensive. It's such an easy to reach for like spring summer fragrance. If you're a gourmand lover but you want something that's like a little bit lighter in your collection, this is such an amazing like option. I just love this, and I'm pretty sure that the Tag Her spray perfume smells very similar to this, because I know my Tag Her oil is like, it's so close. I could not even believe it. And it's funny because I just picked up that Tag Her oil like day before yesterday and just took the cap off and just smelled it because I love the way it smells in the bottle. I think that's why I was able to like recognize that this smelled exactly like it so quick. Because a lot of the time I never figure it out, or like I can't make the connection in my head as to what it smells like. But this smells very, very much like that fragrance, and I love this. So anyways, that is Fresh Brown Sugar Eau de Parfum. This is the original formulation. This is such a yummy, lemony brown sugar fragrance. And that is going to be it, you guys. Those are all of the fragrances that I wore last week. I'm about to film a bunch of smelly nail and haul videos, so oh my gosh, I will be testing so many fragrances this upcoming week. So next week is going to be like probably all fragrances that I tested. But I do hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.